Well, January was just 6 months ago, but it may as well be a century back. If you can remember all the way back to January, you may recall the existence of an unverified dossier claiming that the president was once compromised by Russian intelligence in some pretty flagrant ways. Well, there's no proof any of that is accurate, but the dossier is still a key piece of proof that the president colluded with Russia, according to a lot of people. Well, Thor Halvorssen is the president of the Human Rights Foundation. He recently testified to Congress that the dossier was the work of professional smear experts, and he would know this because they've targeted him as well. Thor Halvorssen joins us right now. Great to see you tonight, Thor. So these guys, who are these guys, and why'd they go after you?
Well, Fusion GPS, you know, they try and promote themselves as a sort of opposition research or strategic intelligence firm, when really what Fusion GPS is, it's a company that sells itself to the highest bidder to bring together smear campaigns and to try and destroy honest, good people who are going against their clients. In my particular case, it was whistleblowing against a group of criminal Venezuelans operating a company called Derwick Associates that sold 12 faulty electric plants in Venezuela. They had no experience before, they had nothing to do with the sector, and yet they got $3 billion worth of business in Venezuela, of which they skimmed around $2 billion. And then they hired Fusion GPS to go after those of us who were opposing them and blowing the whistle on them.
Personally?
Very personal. Yes. In fact, imagine waking up one day and seeing a headline in a fringe website that says that I'm a neocon scam artist, and then you read the actual article and it says that I, you know, there in some Facebook posts and Twitter posts that they put out, it says that it falsely says that I sleep with children, it says that I'm a heroin addict, it says that I've been to rehab, it says that I'm an embezzler. I mean, imagine everything, imagine accusations that are so horrible that being innocent isn't enough.
Right,
that,
exactly.
Accusations so horrible you can't explain them. That is what Fusion GPS, that's what they specialize in.
Did they do that to you? So they literally did that to you?
Yes, they literally did this to me, and I'm not the only person that they did this to. They also did it to an investigative blogger in London that was also following the exact same case, and it was the same accusations again. It was drug addiction, pedophilia. In his case, they threw drug trafficking and rape and a few other things. These are not good people. They are people who used to be serious journalists and are now trading their credentials in exchange for very high fees from criminals abroad.
Those are really awful things to say. We're almost out of time, but do you know who might have paid Fusion GPS to create this dossier on the president?
Well, I can't speak to the dossier about the president. I have zero knowledge about it. I haven't even read it. But I do have knowledge about Fusion GPS. And what I hope is that both the Senate and the Department of Justice pursue them for FARA violations and get to the bottom of each and every single entity that pays them for this sort of thing. They try and cloak everything under attorney-client privilege. They cloak everything with lawyers. These are not good people, and they really are. They're turning journalism into a sewer, and they have a very long history of doing so.
Fascinating. For our viewers who don't live here, FARA is Foreign Agent Registration Act, meaning they're taking money from foreigners and not reporting it, which is a big deal. Thor, thanks a lot for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Tucker.
Fascinating.